Good morning, students. Students, I have already explained some chapters to you, and now I am going to begin with a new chapter, Deep Water, to you. As the word itself is making us so many things clear. Deep water. And the picture just above the name of the chapter is also trying to convey something to us. It seems as somebody is trying to come out of the water, somebody is screaming for the help. Somebody is trying to ask for to be saved from the deep water. This chapter is written by William Douglas. William Douglas is not only the writer, in fact, the narrator of the story. In fact, is the person who has come across an incident which is related to the deep water, and that incident has changed his life. How this is going to be described into this chapter. This is written about William Douglas, that how after doing graduation he came into the arts of English and economics, how he taught, how he has spent his life. This is what. Now, it says, notice these words and experience and expressions in the text infer their meanings from the content. There are some words which have been highlighted as they'll be used during the explanation of the chapter, and they are very much important. Tetorious, that means something which is very dangerous. Then, in the same way, misadventure. Misadventure is a particular incident which can be called as mishappening. In the same way, these words, other words which are given here, other phrases, have their own meaning, and I'll be explaining them to you in the chapter. Now, important thing is that the story will travel in the past and present together, because the incident which William Douglas will going to describe us is of his childhood, and now when he is a mature man, even then he has some parts of incidents to be narrated to us. Now let us begin. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. The Yakima River was tortuous. You can correlate that the word has come here. Mother continuously warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. But the YMCA pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other, the drop was gradual. I got a pair of water wings and went to pool. The narrator, William Douglas, says that I was around 10 to 11 years old. I decided to learn swimming, and I went to a pool which is called as YMCA swimming pool, because that pool was considered to be the safest place to learn swimming. It was only 3 feet from the shallow end, and I must tell you that it was 9 feet deeper from the other end, as is basically the structures of the swimming pool is. He says that his mother has always told him so many stories related to the drowning into the river Yakima, as that river was very dangerous. And that is why she was asking the narrator to be away from the deep water. She always guided him not to go near the deep water. As you know, that our parents always try to give us such examples which can keep us safe, secure, and which can help us to be better, right? I hated to walk. This is the structure being given, the Yakima River and then the other parts of the city. Fine. And then the pool, everything has been described here. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs. Who's saying? The narrator. Narrator is an 11 years old child and is very skinny, very slim. And that is why when he wears that swimming costume, he says that I hated showing my skinny legs, but I subdued my pride and did it. You know, sometimes you subdued is that you are ready to dignify your pride, to just give off your pride that but I want to do this. So he decided that he want to learn swimming, and that is why he was ready to wear that costume. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old, and father took me to the beach of California. He and I stood together in the surf. I hung on to him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. I was buried in water. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, but there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the wave. And now the narrator is telling us, is describing us that why he is so afraid of the water. Why he is unable to put his strength to go to the water, to go inside the pool, because he has very clearly described the reason to us that when he was 3-4 years old, at that particular time, he went to the beach of California with his father. By holding his hand, he was enjoying himself on the beach and suddenly a strong wave of the water came. And that wave was so strong that it stuck hard on to him and he was thrown away from his father. He was buried in water. The water swept over him. He felt frightened. He was afraid. That day he came to know that how dangerous water can be. And he says that I cannot ever forget that terror of water. I cannot ever forget in my life that how dangerous water can be. And now when he's 11 years old, still he remembers that fear. That means the fear was so horrifying for him that he could not try to come out of it. Now, when he has decided to go to the swimming pool to learn the swimming, so will he be able to do so? Will he be able to bring that strength which could bring him closer and he could swim? Now, in the next part, he will going to explain us that how was his introduction to the swimming pool and how he tried to save himself from the pool. Could he have that strength to go into the pool? This I will going to disclose to you tomorrow in my next video. Thank you, children.